Hello everyone, Firemac here, and I'm back with Asagao Academy. Apparently, I lost my peeps that used to watch this all the time, so I got no one really to go off of for who I should play next, so guess what? That means Pro Jared's next. So we're gonna hit play here, and we're actually gonna redo all the Chapter 1 stuff. And I guess it's not auto-skipping for me. Alright, we will take the book. Actually, let's leave it behind to say no to Satch. Leaving it behind should say no to Satch. No, today would be a great day. I couldn't give up before I even started. You ready? I guess we're not skipping mode anymore?
Yeah.
Let's go! Skip. What should be happening now? Wait, hold on. Why did it stop here? Quick as I could, I went to my locker, emptied out some of my textbooks I didn't need. I smiled to myself. My introduction went well. Good thing Maya was there to give me that little boost of confidence, especially with PBG staring at me like that. Maybe I could ask her what was up with him when I met her at the cafeteria? It might just be the way that he was. Cheered, I headed for the cafeteria. I carried my melon bread through the minefield of people, searching for the now familiar sight of Maya's red hair. Oh, this is skip territory. So I guess if I do run into new dialogue, I can't skip it. Okay. There was nothing to do. I didn't even have a book to read. Uh-oh. That's what happens. I sighed. I should have brought it when I had the chance. Back to skip mode. Okay, cool. So, oh, this is new. I sat down on my desk, fiddling with my hands. There was nothing for it. I had to try to make conversation. There we go. That was just a new piece of dialogue. Try talking to him. We do want Shane on this. Got all my things and headed to the dorm. And back in skip mode. Yummy, yummy. Lemon bummy. Well, this is taking longer than I thought it would, guys. Alright, of course. Here we go. This is where I want Jared. So, sorry, Mr. Continue Guy. I have to choose the fashion show. Yes! Thanks for knowing. What's up, Hana? I want you to win presidency again, Paul. I really do, but the fashion show will be even greater for the school. Plus, my posters were here first. I have spatial rights. Dude, your fashion show isn't even that cool. Jealousy, rage, a killer high jump kick. They should call you the man with 3 features. I'm not some cheap action figure. Well, whatever, I guess. I'll put my posters somewhere with free walls. Maybe they'll get a janitor or 2 to vote for me. Thanks for being truthful, Hana. I'm gonna try harder and see if I can change the students' minds about this. It was amazing they even cared what I thought. Alright, well, now we're in... Now we're in skip territory? We're in skip territory. Oh, this time I'm gonna say no, question mark. Interesting. That's it? Maya gave me a skeptical glance and then turned away. So, I don't know what that entails. I honestly don't know what that entails at all. What does saying no at that one question do? Does anyone know? Oh, that's right. This is the part where I beat JonTron. No, I don't beat JonTron. I beat PBG. I think? Was it? Okay, the first one. They're your friends too. My god, this is actually taking longer than I thought, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna cut out some of this, guys, because, dear lord. Ian's there. I'd like to try. Pretty sure that's one I've done before. So, what's going on here? Here we go. We made it. 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 What? We made it. What? So look, we still got the 5 guys. Pick John. No, we're not picking John. I'm sorry. Pick PBG. Already did PBG. Shane? Maybe. Jordan? Maybe. Nope. But I said we're doing Pro Jared. So we're picking Jared. Jared. I watched through my eyelashes. Oh, she's so sad. Her eyes widened, and she looked away for a minute. I'm really sorry, Mai. No, Hana, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. Of course you'd fall for him. Jared is the most attractive man that has ever walked this earth. You probably have way better chance at being with him than I ever did. Anyways, you actually talked to him. You do too. Mai shook her head and held up a hand. No, it's better this way. Aw, Mai. Poor Mai. Well, go on.
What?
Go on, get your man. Wait, you mean now?
Yeah.
Oh, this is skip territory. Skipping territory. There we go. She gave a lopsided smile. She wasn't completely happy? Aw.
You're my best friend.
Aw. You're more important to me than a dumb boy, Hana. You're my best friend. Mai blurred as tears filled my vision. Mai, thank you. Mai beamed at me.
Yeah.
No time to talk, Hana. This is gonna be your big day. You're a main character unless you messed up real badly. You'll definitely get a good answer. I've messed up a lot, though. Just go! With a final shove, I was out the door. Now, where would I find him? Good question. It's okay, Hana. You can do this. I'd been standing in front of Jared's door for 7 minutes. My knees kept trembling. My hands were sweating. But I had to do it. There was no way I could go back and face Mai if I didn't. Especially after she gave me her support. That was it then. I turned and walked back to the beginning of the hall. I'd just walk up in one swift motion. Hey man, what do you think about adding an extra
Hana!
I forgot to knock on the door. Jared, sitting at his desk, hastily shoved whatever he was reading under it and stood to face me. What exactly are you doing here? Will you go to the flower festival with me? My teeth were almost chattering with how much I was stuttering. Jared stood for a moment, his head cocked to the side. Wait, you're... Oh! He flipped his hair in an instant, restored to complete assurance. Of course I'll go to the festival with you. In fact, I was planning on asking you myself.
Really?
But this is even better. It was brave of you to ask me out, Hana. I know I can be... You stepped closer. Intimidating. No, not at all.
Really?
Thank you, I'm impressed. My legs shook again, this time for an altogether different reason. How about we meet tomorrow at 2? I've got something I want to show you.
Yeah.
He's dick. Sure, that sounds great.
Bye.
I must beg your leave, milady. I have to return to what I was working on before.
See you later.
Of course, goodbye. I dashed out of the room and leaned against the wall with a sigh. I can't believe he was going to ask me. A dull thud came from inside his room, probably his drawer. Come to think of it, what was he working on before I came in? Something about an extra dungeon? I shook my head. It was none of my business. I had a date to prepare for. I woke up late the next morning, the day of the flower festival. I was buzzing with anticipation, but because of that, it took me forever to wake up. Now it was almost noon, and I rubbed my eyes as I arose. Hey there, sleepyhead. Good morning. You slept even later than I did. That's impressive, Hana. I sat up in bed. Something on the edge of my desk caught my eye.
Hey,
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, this letter. Skip mode. Entering skip mode time. Later, I emerged into the sunlight in my yukata, feeling somewhat self-conscious. Apparently, it wasn't normal to go to the festival in a yukata, but Ma insisted I wear one. I asked what she was doing for the festival, and she didn't quite respond. Oh, you know, I've got plans. But I didn't really buy it, though. I shifted nervously on the steps in front of the dorm. Where was Jared? Was it possible he stood me up? It was a crisp spring day. A bird chattering in the trees, and the sunlight bouncing off the cement walkway lifted my spirits. A breeze wafted through the air, carrying with it a brief hint of the ocean, and something else. Ham.
Hana!
What is it with Jared to smell like ham? Always got the blue button-up shirt, and it's just slightly unbuttoned. Jared appeared from around the corner, somewhat disheveled, disheveled. I don't know. He smiled brightly at me, his teeth glinting in the light. I'm so sorry I'm late. Not at all.
You're perfect.
You look beautiful. Not many could pull off a yukata so purple. Yet with you, it only brings out your beauty. Oh, you're just saying that. Together, we make the most attractive pair Asagao has ever seen. And I would know. I keep track of that stuff. So, what are you going to go do today? What were you going to do today? There we go. I wanted to show you something. Have you been off campus yet? No, I've been so busy, I kind of forgot the rest of the world existed. Great. Well, not great, but I've got something to show you. Come on. He held his hand out for me to take. Blushing, I grabbed it, and he gently led me away from the dorm and into the campus. His hand was warm, long, and thin. I didn't expect it, but my hand was so tiny that his practically engulfed mine. But there was something about them. They felt intricate and exacting, like an artist's hands. We met? Jared was looking at me expectantly.
What?
What? Wait, what? What did you think of me when we first met? We weren't even 5 minutes into the festival and already he was asking me this? When we first met, Jared was the first person I met when I came to Asagao, wasn't he?
Well...
You were the most beautiful person I'd ever met. You were also the first Asagao student I met. I was actually terrified of coming here, and I was terrified of you. So scared I could hardly remember anything about meeting him. You remembered my name. You figured out my name, and I didn't get yours. Of course I remembered your name. I was struck by you. I'm sorry? I can't really put my finger on it. He rubbed his hand across his forehead deep in thought. I'm not used to not being able to explain things. This is weird. Okay, you know when you have a cute little puppy? When it's in front of you, it's the most captivating, magnificent creature you've ever seen. You just want to watch it and cuddle it, and make sure no one steps on it. It was kind of like that, except that you're a girl, not a puppy, and you don't need me to keep people from stepping on you. Anyway, I was working on something at the time, and I couldn't stay focused, so I had to talk to you. What were you working on? He avoided my eyes, instead turning to a point at a tree where we were passing. He was working on that D&D, girl! Do you see that? Yes, it is a tree. These trees are really smart. They only bloom after the last snow of the season has fallen. How does it know that? How does it know that? He sighed, staring wistfully at the trees. Some things are not meant for us to know. Geez, got it. I won't ask about what you were working on again. We left campus, but instead of heading for the nearby train station, Jared led me out towards the empty field. Oh, I've been here before. Good. I was getting worried you were a recluse. But I know there's something you haven't seen. It's Dick! He pulled me to the left. On the very edge of the field was a long tree line, and Jared led me straight towards it. This was weird. Rather, Jared was weird. He was still his flamboyant self, but he seemed to have toned it down a lot. I wasn't sure what did it, but it wasn't what I expected. Not that it was bad. Being surrounded by Jared's intensity for a number of hours seemed like it would wear me out quickly. But I was confused. We entered the trees, creeping over the shrubs and fallen logs. A brown path was worn into the ground from someone, Jared? Walking it, but it had fallen into slight disrepair, as the weeds were struggling to consume it again. Was he the only one who knew about this place? People always said they had a private place, but usually it wasn't actually private. Jared stopped in front of me, and I bumped into his back. We're here. Where? Looking around, there were just trees. Then Jared stepped aside. Look. Duh. Oh my goodness! This is the secret place. At least, I hope it is. I don't tell people about it. The flowers here are the most beautiful I've ever seen. I think it's because the soil here is allowed to go through its natural cycles. Things die in it. They decompose. The flowers get to eat. And the flowers die in the winter. Just like everything else here. But in spring, they bloom again, and each year they're more vibrant. They pop open and sing to the skies, sweet melodies of light and water and sundrops. Ah, never mind. They're just pretty flowers. I giggled. You seem to know a lot about flowers. To my utter surprise, Jared blushed. Yeah, I do. He didn't say anything else. A strange tension hung in the air. Did I say something wrong? No, not at all. I'm just, There we go. Really bad at talking about myself. I remembered how to go back, guys. Really bad about talking about myself. Okay. I never what I want to say. Something about that phrasing confused me, but Jared continued before I could figure out what. My family owns a school for the traditional Japanese arts.
Really?
He stuck his hand in his pocket and looked away from me. He didn't seem too pleased to be discussing this. We're masters of all traditional arts. Tea ceremonies, flower arrangement, kabuki theater, dance. Old families send their kids to us to be cultured, and girls from all over Japan get sent to learn how to be good women. You don't seem the type. I flinched, not expecting his sudden aggression. The more I thought about it, the more it made sense. Jared was good at many things, but more than that, he was poised, charismatic, and elegant. The first thing you thought when you saw him was how much of an impact his presence made, not how intelligent he was. He was beautiful. Almost like he was sculpted by an artisan. It only just now occurred to me that perhaps he really had been. Is that why you're at Asagao? He sighed. Only the best for me. You don't know how much talking it took me to get my mom to send me here, or to let me start modeling. I whistled. Jared looked at me wearily. Oops. I didn't know what to say, so instead I turned back to the flowers. The sun was getting kinda hot. It was beaming straight down onto my neck, and a single sweat drop rolled down my back and melted into the band of my obi. I shuddered. Well, would you like to keep walking? There are a few other nice places I could take you.
Yeah.
Sure. Anything to dispel this awkwardness. So tell me a bit about yourself. How'd you get into Asagao? I laughed nervously. Well, I'm a scholarship student. There was no way my father and I would be able to manage the cost by ourselves. He raised an eyebrow but said nothing. I'm not even sure how I passed the interview process. Most of the kids here are either rich, like Mai, or smart, like Satch, or incredibly talented, like you. It slipped out without me realizing. Jared beamed at me. Why, thank you, my dearest lady. You're welcome? There. That was it. That weird highfalutin speech he got. Highfalutin? Falutin? I don't know. Hey, he hadn't been talking like that until just now. Why? There was no way around us. There was no one around us. We were just walking in the empty field. I didn't understand, but there was no way I was going to ask why. Not after the awkwardness we just went through. Well, what are your dreams? My dreams? Yeah, what do you want to do after you leave Asagao? I couldn't remember the last time I had a dream, or an overarching goal. When I was little, I had some. A nurse, an actress, a writer, a vet, all the usual things a child could want to be. But at some point when I was growing up, I lost that part of me. When did that? I stopped walking. Jared immediately stopped too, looking at me in concern. So you don't know? What? Oh. No, I don't. I stopped thinking about the future after. That's okay, me neither. No? You? But you're... you! Yeah, I'm me. He scratched his neck and looked away. He didn't go on either. Are you not going to explain?
Yeah.
Do you actually want to hear this? He said it with more force than I expected. He turned to face me, eyes shining. Do you? Yes, that's why I asked. What was going on with him? Was he always like this? No, he wasn't. He was usually so much. And now he was being much. Now he was being much, but he was being very different kind of much. My mother wants me to inherit the institute, of course. There's no one but me to do it. I'm not so sure, but I think I'd rather go into entertainment.
Really?
That's so cool! He chuckled. Is it? There's not a good likelihood I'll end up in anything more than a few commercials, maybe small town plays, and some restaurant in Osaka. With your looks? No. I'm being practical. You're being dumb. You're usually so confident. You have absolute faith in yourself. Why not now with this? If we're about anyone else, you'd tell them to keep going until they made it happen, right? Well, same here. If you work hard enough and are good enough and don't give up, you'll definitely make it. I'll believe that. He passed through a surprising mixture of emotions before my eyes. Eventually, he sighed again. You're right. I should just believe in myself. And maybe you'll figure out what exactly you want to do, too. Yeah. We remained in thoughtful silence as he led me up to the steps of the dorm. He paused in front of the door, and I wanted to whack myself with my own obi. I wasn't sure how it happened, but I really botched things up. This was probably one of the most awkward dates that he'd ever been on. Well, here we are. Yep, here we are. Suddenly he jumped back away from me. What? Nothing, I'd love to be able to spend more time with you, but I have something I need to practice for. Dungeons and Dragons. I stared at him, and he waved his hand in that way he had. Don't worry, you'll find out about it soon enough.
Hana?
But Hana... He clasped my hands in his. Thank you so much. He was staring into the depths of my soul, as if I had did him a huge service. You're welcome? Was hanging out with Jared always going to be this weird? Really, I mean it. I love this. You don't know how much it means to me. I guess not?
Bye.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye. He let go of my hands and dashed off, a small cloud of dust trailing at his feet. Well, that was a fun date, all in all. I think. Oh, nope, still not quite done. By the time I got back, the sun was setting. Oh my! Mai was lying on her bed, facing the wall. She was already in her PJs. Didn't she say she was going to the festival with someone else? Hana, you're back already? The festival's still going. Yeah, we were just together for the day. Jared said he had some other stuff to work on. Oh, I see. Did you not go? I heard shuffling from her bunk. I went, but I left pretty quickly. You know, once you've been to one, you've been to them all. Oh, she's sad. She doesn't want to see Jared. Plus, I didn't want to get roped into helping Miss Chizako sell flowers. She's been crazy since her boyfriend broke up with her. Another one? Yeah. An awkward silence filled the room. I really wanted to talk with her about what happened. I felt like I was going to explode, but maybe that wasn't a good idea. I crawled into my bed. Mai said it was alright, but she liked Jared for a while. It was kind of her to let me go to the festival with him, but I guess it would have been unreasonable for her to do otherwise. Wouldn't it? Or should I not have gone? Rustling came from above me. Mai's hair appeared from over the side of her bunk.
Hiya.
A pair of lively green eyes blinked at me. So, how did it go? It was amazing! A second too late, I realized I should have probably restrained myself. I mean, you know, he's a cool guy, and I've never been on a date before, so it was pretty interesting. He's very suave. Isn't he?
He's so cute.
And he's so beautiful! She did not say cute. Really, there's no other person I could approve of him dating. If it wasn't you, I'd probably kill her. The anger behind her voice made me question whether it was really a joke. But we're not officially dating yet, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I suppose you could have messed it up badly enough that he'd never want to see you again. That's probably why he hovered around and walked you back. So you noticed. It smells like him. I self-consciously smelled myself, getting nothing but the scent of smoke. How could she smell it from there? I couldn't even smell it.
Hana.
Oh, Hana, my adorable friend. Finally find a man who understands how wonderful you are. I'm glad you had fun. If you didn't... She pounded her fist menacingly. No, it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. What all did you do? I filled her on the date, the flowers, the conversation, and Jared's compliments. Mai whistled. A lot of whistling in this route. He is suave as hell. I told you. This is a call for celebration. Hana, we'll have to celebrate. Let's go for ice cream soon.
Yeah.
Sure. What a good friend she was. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go shower. I definitely mind. I want you to smell forever. That's creepy, Mai. Ugh, you're worst. The halls and bathroom were completely barren of girls. It seemed like everyone was out the festival with friends or boyfriends. Did Mai really go? Something told me she hadn't. I got back to the room, humming quietly to myself. What was that humming? I'm not sure what that was. I hung my towel in my closet and turned to ask Mai what she did at the festival, but when I saw her... Uh-oh. She noticed me looking at her. Hey, I'm going to go to bed, alright? Yeah, okay, I'll turn in too. She's about to cry. I turned off the light and crossed the room, curling into bed. Mai wasn't okay with this after all, but even after knowing how sad Mai was, I was still happy that he asked me instead of her. Jared was a wonderful guy for more reasons than his irresistible attractiveness. Most people probably couldn't tell, but there was something deeper in Jared, something genuine trying to get out. Mai shifted above me and a pang struck my heart. As sad as she was, I couldn't deny that I was happy, and that thought only made me feel worse. Man, this is gonna suck. Chapter 2, alright. I woke the next morning to the sound of Mai's hairdryer. Well, we'll find out what's going on in Chapter 2 next time, guys. This is Firemac saying bye-bye, see you next time.